Okay, so just to take a second to get comfortable in your seat, just kind of wiggle your tush around and shimmy out your shoulders, and making an assumption that you might have been sitting at your desk. We will get up and just kind of stretch a little bit, but to start, just kind of scoot your butt so that it's in the center of your chair, and then see if you can just pick up your toes and crunch up your toes as if you're trying to pick up a piece of paper with your toes off the ground. So we're just going to kind of mush through the bottoms of the feet and then wiggle them around a little bit. And then we're going to stomp our feet. So just assuming that you don't have neighbors that might be disturbed by this, we're just going to start to lightly tap our feet on the ground. And then if you like, close your eyes down for just a second and just feel your feet tapping the ground. And then tune into your listening senses. So hear the sound of your feet tapping on the ground. And take one or two more good stomps of your feet, and then let your feet come to stillness. Let your eyes close down and just take a nice big breath. Awesome. And then we're going to take that kind of vibrational movement into the hands. So assuming that you've been typing at your desk or writing, we're just going to kind of get a little blood down to the fingertips, really get them shaken. And then you might feel a little wiggle jiggle of your arms, a little wiggle jiggle of your skin, your fat, muscles. Just let them kind of wiggle and jiggle and get a good vigorous shake. And then just let your hands float down to your thighs. Close your eyes down and take a nice big breath. Awesome. And then we're just going to take it into the shoulders. So we're going to lift the shoulders up to the ears and squeeze. And even if you like scrunch up your face, really just get it all crunched up and then just let everything soften and melt down. And then do that again. Bring the shoulders up, crunch up your shoulders, crunch up your face, just really let it be tense. And then on an exhale, just let it all melt down. And just do that one more time. Bring the shoulders up, crunch up your shoulders, crunch up your face, make it nice and ugly. And then let it all soften and melt. Nice. And then take your left ear and just drop it towards your left shoulder. And then maybe just take a little turn of the head side to side, a little nod of the head up and down. Thinking about these places where you might get stuck in your body. So sometimes we tend to hold emotional tension in our shoulders and in our hips. So if you're working on something and you're getting stuck because it's a place that you maybe don't want to go or don't want to address, take a second, move your head over to the other side. Maybe take a little turn the head side to side. So we want to find those places where we might hold that emotional tension in the body. Shoulders, hips, back sometimes. Take a little nod of your head up and down. Awesome. And then we're just going to start to roll the head a little bit side to side. So assuming that if you were sitting at your desk, there might have been this little bit of a hunched over posture. See if you can just keep the shoulders down and back as you start to roll the head side to side. And then tune in for a second. Notice how that feels. Did you start to pick up a little tension in the jaw or tension between the eyes? Can you let that go? We want to let the tension get released from the body. We don't want to just move it to a new position. So if you can, soften your jaw, soften the space between your eyes. Take one more little rock of the head side to side. Nice. And then let your head find a nice little neutral. I'm just going to turn sideways just so that you can see. We're going to move into the central nervous system, and we're just going to get our spine moving and grouping. So we're going to inhale, lift the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and then exhale, round your back. Inhale and lift your chest. Exhale and round your back. And let's do that one more time. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, round your back. Nice. And then find a nice neutral place. And we're just going to pick our leg up. So we're going to take our hands, we're going to grab hold of the leg, pick it up, but let your leg be nice and heavy. So your hands are going to do all the work, and you're just going to draw some circles with that knee, go in one direction. And then draw some circles with that knee, go the other way. Cool. And it can be big or small. It doesn't matter what the size. We just want to get that hip joint moving a little bit. So we can let it release and then set that leg down. We're going to do it to the other side. So we're going to pick that leg up and we're going to draw some circles. Use your arms to do all the heavy lifting. Nice. And then draw those circles the other way. Awesome. And then we're going to take a second to just kind of see the world upside down. So you're going to step your legs into as wide of a configuration as your body allows. And then you're just going to start to lean your chest forward and see how that feels. And then if it feels available, you're going to touch your fingertips down to the ground, and then you're going to let your head hang nice and heavy. And you're going to look under your desk or you're going to look under your chair, see the world upside down, check for any gum. Don't eat it. Take one more nice big breath here. Awesome. And then lift your head up just a little bit, walk your hands up to your legs, and then help your way up. Cool. And then walk your feet in just a little bit closer. We're going to just take a little gentle twist to work back into that spine. Take a little gentle twist the other way. Awesome. And then unwind, and we're going to come up into a little standing. So just stand up, and then like a big giant yawn, stretch your fingers up towards the ceiling, but lift your toes as well. So we want to feel our feet grounded, but we're letting the shoulders lift. We're reaching through the fingertips, maybe even look up to the sky. Take a nice big breath. Nice. And then float your hands down and just give your shoulders a little squish around. Just really roll them around. Let the shoulder blades kind of squeeze in towards each other. And again, we let those muscles in the neck kind of crunch up. That might be a place where we hold a little emotional tension when we get a little stressed about work or stressed about what we're trying to write down. So just take one or two more good smushes of those shoulders. Nice. And then whew, let it all loosen up. And now we're going to move away from the chair just a little bit. So if you can, tall side of your chair or low side of your chair or your desk or even a wall, it doesn't matter. But we want to just bring our hands into a position where we can walk our butt back a little bit, like we're trying to make a V shape with our body. So you're just going to wiggle our tush a little bit, let the belly and the chest kind of sink down a little bit. So we feel maybe a stretch through the shoulders, maybe the armpit chest, and maybe you'll feel a little bit of lengthening through the whole backside of your body. And then if you can, just let your head relax down for a second. Nice. Take one more breath here. Cool. And then we're going to soften our knees, lift ourselves up, and then just walk a little bit closer to whatever surface that you're working on, just so that we have a little touch to that place. And we're going to pick one leg up, and just like we did when we were seated, we're just going to draw a couple of circles with our knee, but now the leg is doing all the work for us. Nice. And then draw some circles the other way. Beautiful. And then set that foot down, and we'll just take it to the other side. So we're going to pick that leg up. If you need to turn yourself around or get a better handhold, do what you need to do. We just want to draw some nice big circles. Nice. And then go the other way. Awesome. Now that leg, we're just going to step it over and across. So we're going to crisscross our feet just to the best of our ability, and then lean forward a little bit. Awesome. And then come up nice and slow, unwind those feet. And then we're going to take that other foot, step it across, line up the pinky toes if you can, and then lean forward just a little bit. Nice. Lift yourself back up nice and slow, unwind those feet. And then one last time, we're just going to stretch through the back of the body. So walk yourself back, push your tush back, let your chest and your belly drop down, let your head soften down. Take a nice, big, deep breath. Beautiful. And then soften your knees, lift your way up nice and slow and controlled. And then we're just going to take a little bit of a hula hoop action. So make like you're making Lego hands. So we're going to make a little cup of our hands. And we're going to place our hands on the side of the hips. This is a great place where we tend to hold a lot of emotional tension. So we're going to press our hands into our hips, just get a little bit of a gentle squeeze, and then start to turn your hips in circles. And you want to keep that little press of your hands. So you're not hurting yourself. You shouldn't be like push it in and crushing your hips, but just a little bit of a press, a little bit of a squeeze, so you can feel the tissue moving underneath your hands as you circle your hips. Awesome. Take one more circle around. And then if your one foot was slightly forward, just switch your feet so that you have an even stance. And then we're going to keep that press and then draw circles, go the other way. Beautiful. Take one more circle around. And then we're going to do a little hokey pokey. So we're going to give everything a good shake. Shake out your feet, shake out your hands, give everything a good wiggle jiggle. And then just, I love this little vibrational movement. So all you're going to do is pop your heels. Your heels are just going to start to do a little bounce maneuver. So it's going to take a little bit of vibration into your body. You might feel your fat jiggle. You might feel your skin jiggle. Let it jiggle. Let everything kind of wiggle and jiggle. Let your heels bounce. And then just for a moment, tune back into your breath. So inhale and notice that little vibration as you bounce and breathe. And exhale, pay attention to that little bit of bounce as you breathe. Awesome. Take one or two more breaths here. Just get that nice bounce vibration going. And then let it all come to stillness. Let your arms be soft and heavy. Let your legs be sort of soft, a little softness in the knees. Close your eyes down and just notice how your body feels. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, we're just going to come back to the seat to finish up. So sit your butt down. And then if you can, either you're going to take your left leg and cross it at the ankle. So there's a little rotation of the knee, or if it feels okay to bring it up across the thigh. So you're going to pick the position that feels the best to you. And then we're just going to make a little movement with the knee. So if you're down at the ankle, you might just pull it in and out. And if you're up at the thigh, you might just pull it in and out. So we're just going to loosen up that hip one more time. Awesome. And then if you can, across the thigh or across the ankle, you're just going to lean your chest forward just a little bit. So you might feel a little sensation in the outside of your hip. Take a nice big breath. Cool. And then gently lift your heart up. Help lift that leg off. If it was across the thigh, set it down. Pause and take a moment to notice. Nice. And then either the other side, across the ankle or across the thigh, whichever felt like a better position for you. And then just a little movement in and out. So we're just going to lift that knee in and lower it down. A little external rotation of that leg. Nice. Cool. Take one more little in and out wherever you are. And then think about leaning your heart forward just to the point where you feel a little sensation in the hip, and then pause there and take a nice big breath. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, lift your head up, lift your heart up, gently help that leg come off, set it down. Take a couple of wriggles of the shoulders, and we're going to take the left arm, bring it across the body, catch hold of the back of the arm, and then think about dropping the shoulder down and take a couple of nods of your head up and down. Cool. And then just for a second, tune in here. As you got into the shoulder, did you pick up any tension in your jaw? Can you soften your jaw? One more nod of the head up and down. And then head comes to neutral. We release that arm and take it over to the other side. Catch the back of the arm. Think about dropping the shoulder down away from your ear, and then come back to that nodding of the head up and down. And then tune in. Notice, did you pick up tension in your jaw, or did you pick up tension between your eyes? Can you let that soften? Beautiful. Take one more nod of the head up and down, and then let your head come to neutral. Release your hands to your thighs. And then we're just going to scooch our booty back into our seat, get all kind of snuggled in, and then just take a second to let your legs and your arms get nice and heavy. If it feels comfortable, close your eyes down and just take 3 nice big breaths here. Just watch your breath come in and watch your breath go out. And watch your breath come in and watch your breath go out. Take one more breath. Nice. And then when you're ready, open your eyes, give everything a little yawn, a little stretch, maybe reach your legs out, stretch your arms up, move everything around, and then release it all. And you are ready to get back to work.